Hey everybody, it's Captain Slam Tilt of the USS Enterprise here. Well, not really, but I've been working on this game for the past week now, so I'm just going to show you a few things that I've added to this game which they don't exist on the real machine or any other version of this that's been produced over the years. I think there's a Pinball Arcade version. There probably will be a Pinball FX version at some point because the demand for this is enormous. But obviously they have licensing restrictions and all these things that they have to do. All those little hoops they have to jump through. No hoops here. Feature Pinball, we can do whatever the hell we want because we don't make any money. We just do it for the pure enjoyment, which is what pinball is all about in my opinion. It's just something that you just do for fun. It shouldn't be a chore. So what this game is now, the Legendary Edition. I think it used to be the 25th Anniversary Edition. Now it's the Legendary Edition. What I do is I put all my best work into my Legendary Editions. I make them the best of the best. So I've done Twilight Zone, I've done The Addams Family, I've done Williams, Indiana Jones, I've done a few actually. But this one is now the Legendary Edition, which is the best of the best. As good as I can make it at the moment. It'll probably get better in the future as Future Pinball itself improves. But right now, this is as good as I can get it. And so what it has above and beyond the original machine is an improved lighting system, improved audio design. All the features have been improved. All the existing features have been improved. There's new features. It's just closer to the television show experience and movie experience that you could ever possibly want in a pinball game. Something that they could never ever do in the real world. They could never get their original game anywhere close to this in the real world. It's just too much work. Because Future Pinball doesn't use ROMs. So you have to write the entire script from scratch. Now as I'm writing the script for this game, it was originally done by Francisco 666, and I think ROM did the models way back in the day. But since I've modded the game, I've just gone through the whole thing and rewritten the entire script from scratch, only leaving in the original DMD animation code that was used. I think Francisco produced that. I still don't know how he did it. So what I've done is I've just gone through the entire rest of the code, which involves all the missions, all the multi-balls, everything, and just rewritten every line and created the game to what it is now. So it's more of a sort of an immersive TV show experience rather than just sort of a pinball game where you score points and that kind of thing, which I hate. I do not like pinball games where you just zoom around the table scoring points, because points have no relevance to me. I have no interest in points whatsoever. I play pinball for fun, for the missions, for the excitement, for the conclusion. And the conclusion of this game is the final frontier, which is extremely difficult to get. And one of the biggest changes they've done in this game as well is that you have to complete all of the smaller missions, like Wormhole and Time Rift. You have to complete those successfully before you get to the final frontier. You don't just play them like on the original game. You have to complete them successfully. So there's a structure now, and they are quite difficult. So this is an enormous challenge to get to the final frontier, but it's so worth it when you get there, because I've put a lot of effort into the final frontier. I won't get anywhere close to that in this quick demonstration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick game. Get to it! So Picard doesn't have time to fanny about, so I've added the skip to that. So we'll go with... So I haven't added that many clips to this, just enough to sort of, so you get a flavour of the TV show. Just enough to add excitement. And I've seen so many people add video clips to pinball games, and they are bloody awful, because there's just too many. They're doing too much, way too many, and you've got to do it. Think of Jaws, okay? Think of the shark in Jaws, okay? Too much of the shark, rubbish film. A little bit of the shark, just a suggestion of the shark, perfect, masterpiece film. So when you're adding movie clips to a pinball game, don't do it too much. Don't oversaturate the experience. And there's only one way of adding movie clips to a pinball game effectively, and that is to actually rewrite the entire code, because it's all a matter of timing. So I've got a start mission here. It's the asteroid threat. Let's see if I can hit it. Nope. Ooh, red alert. Asteroid threat. Come on, let's go. In the middle. There we go. So there you go. As an introduction there, all it is just a ship flying by. It's enough to sell, well, set the atmosphere up. Oh. Oh. So Wolf's recommending we raise shields, so let's do that. So shields are up. Now the asteroids will hit the shield and not the hull. So that's a new idea. On the original game you just shoot asteroids, which is very boring. This one you actually take impact damage, which can destroy the whole ship. If you are not keen to raise the shields and use your command decision power, the ship will take serious damage. So it's more dramatic.
What happened?
Ah, not doing very well here at all. I'm concentrating.
Energize. I don't care.
He doesn't care.
Congratulations.
He really doesn't care. I don't care either.
The card out. Space.
So, if you heard there, he says, well done, Ensign. So he actually refers to your rank when you enter your high score. So if you've achieved a certain rank, he will say it in the high score. As you can see there, I only achieved Ensign because I was shit. Alright, let's have another quick game.
I will not cooperate with you in any way.
What? Oh, we want some money, okay.
Acknowledge.
There we go.
Warp 1, engage. Get to it.
Get to it! Now you'll notice that the warp ramp on the left is missing, and I took that off because the model that was produced for it, for the Future Pinball version, wasn't accurate to the real model on the real machine, so the ball didn't behave as it should. So I removed it because it was just frustrating me, and I replaced it with a scoop. Now that has allowed me to add a lot of extra features to the game, including that warp 4 start there, where I can actually have the ball warp from the warp ramp.
This is the battle simulation.
Phases at ready.
Let's see. Let's see if I can get all of these. Ooh, I'm getting excited. I'm getting nervous. Ah! See, I blew it. Oh. Red alert cheat. Ah, too nervous, but that's actually very exciting. Now, what does the work there in that scene? It's the music. It's the music that does all the work there. And you see how important music is to a pinball game. Just like the TV show, you know, the music is added to add excitement, drama, tension. You don't get that in any pinball game. You don't get drama, excitement, and tension when they use their in-house musicians. Except, I think on the game that I worked on at Future Pinball, Highway Pinball, the Alien game that I worked on. You know, we did actually add a little bit of excitement and tension in the music there. That was David Thiel. We did a lot of work there. Because what I'd done is I produced a gameplay video showing the music of Jerry Goldsmith and James Horner, and it says this is how it should play. You know, we should have drama, excitement, tension in this game, and that's what he produced. You can't just have joyful ditties like Terminator 2. It doesn't work. You've got to have drama, excitement, and tension. Anyway, so that was the asteroid mode. Again, Picard there was shaking in his seat enough to sort of sell the feature.
Target under the following coordinates.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Probe has discovered nothing, sir.
Missed it. Not doing very well here.
Energize.
Oh, is that it already?
There's no logic in this at all.
So that's a little joke that I threw in.
Second chance. Proceed.
Every now and again, the match will go to 69, and either Data will say something or Picard will say something, and it's just a silly little joke that I added. Don't think any other pinball game ever made has ever used 69. That's just my juvenile humour. You know, I do have a juvenile sense of humour. Okay, so back to the... Let's finish this mode at least. Nope, no good.
Cancel red alert.
And that's my last ball, I think.
Energize.
So I don't think
I don't care.
there's an animation on the original game. I added that energize animation, which wasn't on the original game, because I thought it's actually a background from another part of the game, and I just used the background and I added those two numbers, sort of energizing in. I created that animation separately, which you can do in Future Pinball. You can add more DMD graphics to any pinball game if you wanted to.
It's no fun going into a game when you know you're going to lose.
Space.
Oh, thanks very much. So there you go. So that's the Legendary Edition of Star Trek Next Generation, the very best version of this game that will ever exist. And it will get better over the years as Future Pinball itself improves. But right now, this the Legendary Edition. So I'm actually going through my collection and upgrading all of my best games to Legendary Edition. Just because... well, because I can, really, and really, you know, I had a falling out with Pinside, which is where real pinball owners hang out, and they just completely, you know, they don't like virtual pinball. They look down on virtual pinball, and really, I'm just showing them that virtual pinball is like a million times better than real pinball. Now we can do things that they can't do. You know, I mean, even with Pulp Fiction, I can create a game which is far beyond their Pulp Fiction. I've got 7 movies in one pinball machine, so I'm kind of just showing those arse wipes. The virtual pinball is the best, and virtual pinball, as the technology improves, it's just going to get better and better and better, whereas real pinball has just kind of reached its sort of ceiling, if you like. But virtual pinball can just go far beyond that into the universe. Okay, that's enough from me. Pickard out.
Captain, we are being probed.
I don't care.